Back, and my name is John DePietro. This is the Boston RV and Camping Expo Digest, the preview of what's coming up at the Boston show in just a very short period of time. And we're talking with one of the seminar presenters, Mr. Bob Zagami, who's a nationally noted RV writer. But Bob, you've also been an RV owner, and I think that's very important to tell our listeners and our viewers that you've actually lived in some of these units that you're talking about.
We've been RVing for 30 years since our kids were first born. Everything from pop-up trailers to motorhomes, we've done it all. Right now we have a couple of park models in Wild Duck Campground up in Maine. Tremendous way to do what's now known as destination camping. And when I retire, I'll just get the bus and head off into the sunset.
Into the sunset, but not before you give this seminar.
Right.
Okay. Now, the seminar is called First-Time Home Buyer Seminar. First-time buyers. Our first-time buyers. Okay. Right. Well, they're homes. They're homes. They're homes away from home. But there's so much confusion, if you'd agree with me, that when you say the term RV, sometimes it means a pop-up camper, sometimes it means tenting, sometimes it means camping, and sometimes it means a luxury motorhome. Are you going to get into the specifics of the differences?
We're going to get into every kind of RV, from a pop-up trailer to conventional trailers to hybrid trailers to fifth-wheel trailers to Class B, Class C, and Class A motorhomes, bus conversions, and what we call recreational park trailers, which are used for destination camping. So we will cover them all, and not only cover the models themselves, the classifications of them, but who typically uses them, what price range they're typically in, and the benefits that people derive from each of those categories. That's on the outside. Then on the inside, we'll take a look at the various accessories and functionalities of them. Slide rooms, stoves.
What do you mean by slide rooms? Because that's not a term that the non-RVing public is aware of. What do you mean by slide rooms?
That's correct. Many of the advances in the last 5 to 10 years have come as a result of enlarging the RV through a mechanical mechanism where a particular room or the whole side of a motorhome will actually slide out once you're in place to make it a much larger living area and more home-like, so that you get more of the amenities of your home in a much larger RV.
So if you pass one on the highway, whether it's being pulled by a truck or a pickup truck or a van or as a self-enclosed, self-contained motorhome, what you see is not really what you get once you set the unit up. Am I getting it right?
That's correct. That's the exterior portion of it. Once they pull into a campground or a resort or even a truck stop or a Walmart, they press a button and then it gets enlarged. Now some units have 1 slide out, some will have 4. I've seen fifth wheel trailers with 5 slide outs. So your bedroom will slide out, gives you more room in the bedroom. In the front behind the driver's section of a motorhome, you might have both sides of the living room area slide out, getting couches and sleep-in sofas and actually enlarging the galley in the kitchen area. So you could entertain 10 people inside a motorhome. Like I say, it would just be like what you had at home in your own living room. So it adds a lot of functionality to the motorhomes and to the trailers.
Okay, now we've talked high-end or probably a higher-priced topic for the last few minutes. Tell me about the opportunities for someone who may be in a tent right now and wants to move up to the next step. Are there going to be units such as that
There'll be a lot
at
of
the show?
Yeah, there'll be a lot of them, John. Actually, it's almost like it's a tent on wheels. You can start with a fold-up camper that looks like a box when you're pulling it down the road. When you get to the campground, you open it up, the top comes up, the sides come out. You get a slide out for a little bedroom for $5,000. You can actually get that. So you're up above the ground. You get all of the openness in the outdoor environment of a tent, but then you get the functionality because some of these units have bathrooms built into them. They have full kitchens. They have air conditioners. So you can get all of the functionality and the pleasure out of a $5,000 unit that you get out of a $500,000 unit. It's just a question of size and how you're going to use it, who you're going to entertain.
And you're going to tell all the details, the who, what, when, wheres, and whys during your seminars, which are going to be what, every day or just one day? Or
every day.
Every day during the show.
I think it's twice on Friday and twice on Saturday and Sunday. Once on Friday, once on Monday, where we'll go into all of the aspects of every particular type of RV. So it would be nice for a person when they first come in the door, if that seminar is on, is come to that, get the language of RVing down pat, then go out to the floor, and then they'll have a good handle on what they should be looking at.
Okay. And Bob, when your seminar is over and somebody has a specific question for you, are you going to run right out of there, or are you going to will you stay behind and answer questions?
I have a rule on seminars. I stay until the last question is answered. And if that's an hour later, so be it. We go out in the hall, we let the next speaker come to the stage, but I've spent hours after a seminar with the audience answering those questions, because if we do a seminar the right way, I always felt that you should have more questions at the end than in the beginning, because we have exposed them to a whole new world, an exciting world of RV, and they're going to be thirsty for knowledge.
So, Mr. Bob Zagami, we're looking forward to seeing your presentations at the Boston RV and Camping Expo coming up Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday.
And Monday.
At the Bayside Expo Center, conveniently located right off Interstate 93 in Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks, John.